Seeing again for the first time. When I recall my school days, two thoughts immediately appear in my mind: dry lectures and lots of material to memorize. Every day was the same: go to class, write down what the teacher dictates, do my homework, learn the information, take a test, and forget. Then rinse and repeat. I remember this particular picture very well from my geography class: the stages of the water cycle: evaporation, condensation, and precipitation. How interesting! Learn, pass the test, and forget. This process applied to almost every class. Curiosity, awe, fascination, they were nowhere to be seen. Yet, the world I was learning about is utterly fascinating. Only now, in my adult life, have I awakened to this realization. Now, when I have enough awareness, when I step out of the everydayness of my life, when I stop for a moment and look around, I realize how much wonder surrounds us with every step we take. Take water, for example, probably the most common substance on this planet. It's everywhere, around us and within us. As a matter of fact, we wouldn't exist without it. Nothing that lives would, yet it somehow goes unnoticed. Have I ever truly noticed it? I do when I feel bothered by it, when it rains hard and my pants get all soaked on the way to work, when a typhoon comes and causes rivers to flood, or when it's cold for way too long after opening the shower tap. How inconvenient it all is, we may think. Yet, this substance is arguably as old or maybe even older than our world. Some aspects of it are still veiled in mystery. Water can do what is not possible for other substances. It travels the world, it brings life, and sometimes even takes it. It's the blood and the breath of this planet. Despite this, have I ever acknowledged how important it is? Not until recently. My perspective shifted when I was on the Japanese island of Yakushima. While hiking in the forest, I saw a massive stream of water gushing down from the mountains with an unimaginable power. I stopped in my tracks, watching it, and being equally dumbstruck and fascinated, wondering how on earth there's so much power in it. Yakushima is such a small island, just 505 square kilometers or 194 square miles. And yet, millions of liters of water gush violently through the rocks and ridges in a cycle I never truly seen. I was standing there, astounded. The feeling of the power and wonder of nature hit me hard. I know the basics. Water flows from the mountains, and there's a lot of it, especially in the local climate where annual rainfall reaches a staggering 4 meters or 13 feet in the lowlands, and 10 meters, 32 feet in the mountains, of which Yakushima has nearly 50. I realize how ridiculous it may sound, but there I was, overwhelmed with wonder, observing the remarkable power of the stream, continuously pondering on how can it be. The feeling of wonder stayed with me until my return home. No matter what form water takes: liquid, solid, gas, Some argue that its total amount on the planet virtually doesn't change because it simply moves from one state in the other, circulating like blood in our veins. Nevertheless, water travels all over the globe, ever changing. I've never thought I'd dig out pictures of the water cycle and look at them with eyes filled with marvel, really seeing the cycle for the first time. Rain, stormy clouds, glaciers, fluffy snowflakes, rivers, calm lakes, roaring waterfalls, geysers, underground streams, mist, bouncy hail, morning dew. It's all water. Let me take you on a journey of a figurative water drop and explores its travels around the world through all of its shapes and forms. Let's begin in the ocean, vast and powerful. Under the rays of the sun and its heat, evaporation takes place, causing molecules to separate from the body of the sea and rise in the form of water vapor. Our ocean water droplet has just transformed into gas. It cools on its journey upwards, and through the process of condensation, it changes into water droplets. Water droplets like to hang out in groups, so they get together and create clouds. Those fluffy characters travel the world carried around by winds. If they arrive in colder areas, droplets continue to condense, grow bigger and heavier until it's time to leave the cloud party. They fall to the surface of the earth in the form of rain. They do that in other forms too, such as snow, hail, dew, or frost. But the conditions differ. When the droplets hit the ground, they continue their journey further, creating runoffs, highways that eventually flow back to the ocean, or by being absorbed by the soil, thereby nourishing it and the plants. What a journey! A journey that has no actual end nor beginning. When I further contemplate water and its uniqueness, even more fascinating is the fact that the human body has a similar world within, sadly, without snow. We're made 60 to 70% of water, and this incredible substance gives us life, nourishes our bodies, transports nutrients, and eventually leaves our bodies in one form or the other. As a matter of fact, every single cell is made of water. How crucial it is to our existence. I was struck by the realization of how similar the planet and our bodies are. They're both run and sustained by water. Moreover, water is an integral part of various processes used to make our food, drinks, clothing, furniture, electronics, and so much more. It makes me wonder, does an item that doesn't require even a single drop of water in its production process exist? Let's have a look at some of the commonly consumed products and their water footprint, aka how much water is used in the production process. A smartphone, over 12,000 liters of water. A cotton t shirt, almost 4,000 liters. A cup of tea, 28 liters. A cup of coffee, 136 liters. I've seen such data before. Yet again, just like in the case of the water cycle, the mountain stream in Yakushima, the water in my tap, the rain, and so much more, I'm seeing it all again for the first time, and I can almost feel my perspective shifting like gears in an old clock. We have created a very complex world, a world where we don't know how our products are made, where the water in our tap really comes from, or how our food is grown. We created the world we rush through, often without noticing it, day by day, week by week, busy with work, busy looking down on screens, busy shopping. We have disconnected from the world that surrounds us. Pause now. Look around you. Look around and truly see the world. See the raindrops falling from the sky. See the water in your cup. See the water in your notebook. See the water in your smartphone. Open your heart and mind and see.